Alright, so first video of today. I'm gonna talk about some concepts that are pretty important in Cebuano, and kind of run y'all through some of these kind of concepts, right? So I'm gonna talk about the concept of time first of all. So time in Cebuano before the Spanish came, so like pre-Hispanic era, we're talking about that. The indigenous pre-Hispanic era of Cebuano, for the people who were living at that time, time was a concept that was based on the position of the sun during the day. So, as when the sun is rising, obviously that's morning time, right? Buntag, that's the morning time. But when the sun reaches, well, I guess I'll just talk with the morning time. So in the morning time, we eat breakfast, right? That's a no-brainer, right? And breakfast in Cebuano is pamahaw, right? Pamahaw. Breakfast is pamahaw. And pamahaw comes from the root word bahaw. Bahaw is the root word in pamahaw. It's not, you can see that it's not obvious, right? Because there was a morphological process called assimilation. And this happens a lot in Cebuano too. Assimilation is that morphological process when consonants will change their phoneme into another consonant to make a word or something, or make a word or a sentence sound in conversation more flow, like sound and flowy, right? So for this morphological process of assimilation, we have the p or the b consonants, right? The p and b, or ba and ba, those two consonants, ba and ba, and they get assimilated into na and ma, or n or right? The n or the the bilabial, those bilabial sounds, the p and the b, the voiceless and voiced bilabial sounds in Cebuano get assimilated into the n and the the kind of like nasal, I want to say like nasal kind of bilabial sound. I'm not sure if that's the right linguistic word though. It can't be. It's not a velar nasal, but it's those nasal and the kind of front bilabial sound kind of thing. But anyway, you get the idea, right? So from the root word bahaw, and by the way, bahaw means like leftovers, or food that's like, it's stale, I guess, but it's not as fresh as it was in the beginning. So it's kind of like your leftovers in your fridge and stuff like that, right? So bahaw, and we get bahaw, right? We change this b to the p, right? Or we add the pam prefix or affix, whatever it is, prefix, affix into bahaw, and we get pamahaw, right? That b changes to the pamahaw to get breakfast. But when we're talking in sentence, like the example sentence I have here, the p and b get changed to the and ns, right? So for the first sentence is mamahaw ta, like mamahaw ta means, hey, let's have breakfast. We're gonna have breakfast, or we will have breakfast. Mamahaw ta, we're gonna eat breakfast. And then second sentence, namahaw nami, is we already ate breakfast, right? Namahaw nami, we already ate breakfast. So that's just the concept of explaining the assimilation process, right? And then during the day, when the sun reaches to its high point, right? The highest point in the day, where the sun is out and it's at the peak, we call that udto, right? Which is noon. That's the high noon, when the sun is at its highest in the day. That's important, right? Udto. Pani udto is the word we get for lunch. And the prefix is pani, right? It works similarly to pamahaw, because look at the p, right? The p and prefix. Utto can also mean like something sexual, Like if a guy's getting a fucking erection or something like that, and they're ready to go have sex and fuck and whatever, right? Cebuanos love sex, by the way, so Visayan people do, but who doesn't? Anyway, just a little off-topic thing. So udto, high noon, right? And it means lunch if we put the pani prefix in it before it. Pani udto, lunch. And our example here is magmani udto ta. Okay, magmani udto ta. Okay, we're going to have lunch. We're going to have, or we will have lunch, right? Magmani udto ta. I can also just say mani udto ta. We're gonna have lunch now. Like mani udto ta, magmani udto ta. You know, so the again, right? The got changed from the p, right? Because it sounds kind of weird if you just say like well, I guess it makes sense too, magmani utto ta, but magmani utto is like more we're gonna really have lunch kind of a deal. So, and then when the sun moves from high noon, you know, as it's moving from high noon to a lower position, as it's not about yet to set, but it's at a lower position, and there's still some ample sunlight out there, we have what's called hapon, right? And you know hapon means afternoon, and then depending on how low it is, it can also mean evening, the sun position, that is, how low it gets. So anything after udto, right, is hapon, is considered hapon already. As the sun starts going down, it's when hapon starts. Afternoon, because it is after the noon, and evening time when it's going to be setting as well. The word we get is panihapon, which means dinner and or supper, and it works the same as paniutto. You see that same pani prefix, right? So our example here is mamani hapon na mo, like will you guys be having dinner? You know, mamani hapon na mo, will you be having dinner? And I also put in money, you know, with the I'm already blanking out. Wow. With the assimilation process, the mamani, right? Cena, or no, merienda cena is like a little snack that you eat between lunch and dinner. Some Filipinos do this, some Filipinos don't. You know, I was raised traditionally to have this one done. And merienda is it's just a little slight snack before supper or after lunch. You know, like it could be it's really small, like really it's a really small snack. You know, and merienda or merienda cena. Cena means dinner in Spanish, so cena or cena, right? Depending on your Spanish dialect. But merienda cena is just the little light snack they have. And that's it.